Hi folks, this is Rebekah Lane, your Living the Theater instructor, and I realized that I promised you I'd talk you through the final project, and then I didn't. So I wanted to give you a quick overview so that you know what we're working towards and what you need to be ready to complete. And don't worry, because we'll be doing a lot of work that will completely prepare you. But that does mean that you need to work carefully as we complete this semester, okay? So right now, I'm in the Living the Theater shell, and I'm looking at Module 8 Final Project. That's what I've selected. Now I'm going to select this PDF right here, Final Hands-On Project, and let's look at it together. So this final submission is a fully produced performance of a completely original script. That script will have been written by one of you in this class. It'll be based on an earlier assignment that we do called an observation play. So you're going to take one of your group's observation plays, your favorite one, and for that, your group will complete costuming, including costume planning and costume sketches and stuff like that. You will gather props, you will design your set, and you will integrate sound. So all of those things are going to go into this final project. Now, your submission is going to include a couple of different things. You will be submitting a final typed edited script. So this script will be a second or third draft from the original script you'll submit pretty soon in this semester. It needs to be updated based on the feedback that you've received from me, as well as the feedback that you receive from playing through the script. Sometimes original scripts change as you practice them, all right? But that script needs to reflect the changes that you discover from my feedback and also from rehearsal, okay? Your final submission will include research collages, and we will talk about what these are, but it will include research collages and design sketches. So as you figure out who's in your group, watch for who enjoys drawing, watch for who enjoys costume design, right? Because those sketches are part of your final group assignment. There's also going to be an oral defense of themes. And so what that means is that first you guys are going to present this script. You're going to put on a short play. And all of your actors will be in costumes. The direction will be very carefully thought through. And the expectation is that the performers and the director have done a little bit of analysis. And so after your group performs, I am going to ask you questions based on things like given circumstances, the overall theme, how the play relates to current events, how I will ask actors what the character's main objective is. I will ask actors what their character wants out of a scene. I'll ask them about tactics. So all of these vocabulary words, I don't expect you to know right now, but I do expect you to know them by the time you complete this final project, okay? So this project is a culmination of what you've learned. So the resources you're going to get is you get to use the lights that are in our theater. I will allow you to use the board, but you will be restricted to the way the lights are set up for whatever show is happening when we perform this. So we'll keep that in mind. Set and props. We have some items that are available to us. We're going to be using our black cubes, and we have a black staircase. But you would be amazed at what you can make look really cool with these items. You will also, in order to make this start to feel a little bit more real and a little bit more alive, I'll expect you to bring in props. And so that's stuff that you might need to bring from your own personal closet. It could be that the dollar store becomes your best friend. Goodwill is a great opportunity too. But I don't expect you to go to Goodwill. I do expect you to bring in things that feel realistic. So that's a thing to think about. Costumes. You do need to provide your own costumes. Again, places you can find costumes. Your friend's closet, your mom's closet, Goodwill, and many thrift stores that are within this area. There is a sound component, and we'll look at the rubric together to see what that means, but I do expect you to have sound design in mind as you set up the environment and prepare us to watch your piece. Okay? So that is what this is. Actors will be memorizing their lines and will be rehearsing blocking. Don't be surprised if I ask you to repeat a moment of your play. And note that I am watching that you are completing the same blocking as you might have done the first time. If you can't repeat the blocking, it probably means you haven't rehearsed enough. So that's something that you'll want to think about. Stage pictures, you will know what that means once we've covered that in our directing module. And physical props. So if you have questions about this, let me know. I think that you will have a lot of fun. My students last semester had a lot of fun. Here's the rubric so that you know exactly what you're being graded on. And this is pretty small. Oh, we can make it bigger. Great. Okay, so you're being graded on your script. You're being graded on costume design, set design, the performance, and the directing. And if you look here, this is what happens if the submission is excellent. That means that you get 100%, you can get a total of 3 points. So if your script is excellent, the script is updated based on my feedback. It includes vivid stage direction, vivid character descriptions. There is a clear beginning, a middle, and an end. It doesn't just drop us into a place. The dialogue feels natural, or it clearly fits within the world of the play. So notice that natural or clearly fits. There is a lot of amazing theater that is completely abstract or completely unrealistic. You are welcome to try to do something like that. But that means that the set needs to play into that. The structure of the play needs to play into that. The props that are chosen need to play into that. All of that will need to work together. All right, and it all needs to be written down really carefully. Okay, costume design. You're being graded on your costume design. It says students clearly defend choices. I'm going to ask you to talk about why you chose certain things. I'm going to ask you how those choices connect to the script. I'm going to ask you how those choices connect to the themes that the director has identified. I'm going to ask you a lot of questions, and I will expect you to answer those in front of the class as we talk. All right, and I'm looking for this level of consistency. We're looking for style and color and all of those things. Same thing is going to happen with set design. So keep this in mind. The set clearly identifies the place, supports the story of the play. The props are going to fit into that. Stage items will fit into that. And we want to make sure the set doesn't get in the way of the blocking. So that's something that you'll want to think about. Here's performance, the actors. Actors are being graded on their performance and whether they're familiar with their lines, whether they can execute blocking cleanly, and whether they can talk through their character analysis clearly. So notice there's a lot of oral defense built into this rubric. Finally, we've got directing and we have these documents. So directing, we're looking at the stage quadrants. You will know what that is after we get through the directing module. You're looking for clear stage pictures. So making sure that there are moments the director has crafted that fit the theme of that play, that help us propel this story. And we're looking for the director to identify these complex themes that are in the script and making sure that these stage pictures support that analysis, okay? Directors, you will also be asked to defend your choices. So finally, we've got these documents. I expect you to submit a final type script. It needs to be in paper form. I expect you to submit a design sketch. So that actually needs to be drawn out. I am expecting you to submit a costume design sketch as well. So set design and costume. All right, so I am very much looking forward to seeing these final projects. Last semester they were amazing, and I have a feeling that your work is going to be even more amazing this semester. So let me know if you have questions. Let me know if you have concerns. And as you go through the course of the semester, start to think about whether you want to be a playwright, a director, a set designer, a costume designer, or a performer. Because you will be really living in one of those roles for your final project. I look forward to working with you guys.